We're going to show you how to solve inequalities graphically and algebraically.
First, we're going to show you how to solve quadratic functions. So I'll start algebraically. We'll start with the equation x squared minus 10x plus 21 is greater than 0. So first we have to factor it. We can do it by using the diamond method and put 21 on top and negative 10 on the bottom, so we need to figure out what multiplies to get 21 and adds to get negative 10. And negative 7 and negative 3 both do that. So then next we can write x minus 7 and x minus 3 is greater than 0, and that's in its factor form. So then from this we can see that x equals 7 because it's the opposite of the factor form, and then x equals 3. So then we can check to see if this works on our number line, and then we put it on the x equals 3 and then x equals 7, and then we can check it by plugging it into our equation. So we can try by putting 4 into the equation. So we'll do 4 squared minus 10 times 4 plus 21 is greater than 0. So this is 16 minus 40 plus 21 greater than 0. And then this all equals up to be negative 13, which is not greater than 0. So we know that none of the points would be in this middle, so then we can make the arrows go in this way. So then our final answers would be that x is greater than 7 and x is less than 3. And then next I'll show you how to solve it graphically. So we're going to use the equations y is less than or equal to negative x squared plus 1 and y is greater than x squared minus 1. So first we'll start off with y is less than or equal to negative x squared plus 1. So the vertex on this one would be at 1, or at 0, 1. And since it's a negative x squared, it's going to open down. And it's a solid line because it's a less than or equal to. And then next we'll draw the y is greater than x squared minus 1, and the vertex is at negative 1. And this one's going to be a dotted line because it's a greater than or equal to sign. Oh, not equal to. Okay, so then we're going to, a way we can do this is by double shading. So since it's, for this parabola it's y is less than or equal to, you can shade right here because it's less than. And then on this other parabola, because it's greater than, we can shade above it. And to see if we're correct, we can choose a point that in the double shaded region. So to make it easy, we can do 0, 0. So do 0 is less than or equal to negative 0 squared plus 1. So negative 0 squared is going to be 0 plus 1, so 1 is less than or equal to 0. So that one works. And then we can plug it into our other one to double check. So 0 is greater than 0 squared minus 1. So that's 0. And 0 is greater than negative 1, so we know that all our solutions will be in this double shaded region, and that's how you graph a quadratic function.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do inequalities with fractions. So we're going to do 3 is less than x divided by negative 9 plus 7. So first you subtract 7 from both sides, and you get negative 4 is less than x divided by negative 9. And then you multiply both sides by negative 9, and since it's a negative, you change the sign the other way. So it's 36 is greater than x, and that's your answer. And then for graphing, we're going to do y is less than or equal to 4x plus 12, and y is greater than 4/3 x minus 4. So for 4x plus 12, so you put a dot at 12. And then since it's 4x, you go over 1 and down 4. And then for this one, it's going to be a solid line because it's equal to. And then for the next equation, you start at negative 4. And it's rise over run, so you rise 4 and you go over 3. And then this one is going to be a dashed line because it's not equal to. And then for shading, so it says that it's less than 4x plus 12, so you'll shade over here. And then this one says it's greater than this line, the 4/3 x minus 4, so you'll shade over here. And then this area right here is where it's double shaded, so that's your answer.
And I'm going to show you how to solve algebraic equations involving square roots. So we're going to use the equation 5 times the square root of x minus 2 plus 1 equals 15. And to start, we distribute the 5 to the square root of x minus 2 and plus 1. So 5 times the square root of negative 2 plus 5 equals 15 would be next. Then we subtract 5 from either side, and we get 5 times the square root of x minus 2 plus 10. And our next step would be to get rid of this 5, so we divide by 5 on both sides to get x minus 2 equals 2. To get rid of the square root, we have to square both sides to get x minus 2 equals 4. And to get x by itself, we have to add 2 on both sides to get x equals 6. And that's how you solve an algebraic equation using square roots.
And I'm going to show you how to solve an inequality with absolute value. Here we have 0 is less than or equal to the absolute value of x plus 3 minus 5. So to start off, we'll add 5 to both sides. To get 5 is less than or equal to the absolute value of x plus 3. Then we'll take away the absolute value, which will make it 5 is less than or equal to x plus 3, and 5 is greater than or equal to negative x plus 3. From there, we'll subtract 3 from each side, getting 2 is less than or equal to x, and 2 is greater than or equal to negative x. And then here we'll have to divide by negative 1, giving us negative 2 is less than or equal to x. And our answer will be x is greater than or equal to 2, and x is less than or equal to negative 2. Not 3, 2.